What's going on, guys? It's F-Core FPV here. Let's see what time it is. It's 5:21 Central Standard Time. So the sun's starting to go down a little bit, so let's do a trick tutorial today. I'm going to be teaching you how to do inverted yaw spins. If you guys notice, I do a lot of inverted yaw spins as well as juicy flicks. The inverted yaw spin is a little bit harder to do, so it's more of an advanced trick tutorial, but hey, you guys can do it. So let's get set up. We're gonna do this from in here, which it may be a little bit weird because my arm gets a little pinched like this, and usually I'm sitting like this, and I usually stand when I fly, so this may get a little bit janky. Okay, so what I start doing first is, obviously get a little comfortable with where you're flying, kind of do some spins, some flips. It's really windy out here today, so figured, just kind of mess around a little bit. Okay, so for an inverted yaw spin, what you should really try doing is half flips. Just start working on half flips. You could do forward, you could do them backwards. It doesn't matter which way, just as long as you get it. Whoop. And so once you get a good flick like that, they call those look backs. Just practice on the look backs and catching it. And what I like to do is go 1 1000, 2 1000, 3. So 3 seconds for a little blip. So I know when I go to do the yaw, I gotta count 1 2 3, and you are gonna lose probably 50% of your altitude because the propellers upside down are gonna thrust you back towards the ground. So check it. First thing to do is do it as a 180. And then you could flip out like that, or you could go up, roll out. So that way you're still coming out the same direction. Once you practice that enough, you'll be able to catch yourself a little bit better. And you could start adding mix and roll and yaw into it if you wanted to, but so what you want to do is go up, flip, roll, and light inputs, and then catch yourself at the bottom. You see how I blipped it? I'm over accentuating everything so you can see kind of like what you're supposed to do. See, I didn't finish that one, and I don't do full stick inputs because that kind of pushes you back to the ground like that. So the lighter inputs you can do, the easier it is. And if you want to get fancy with it, you can always go real high. Do one of those. And it's cold outside, so my battery's dead. So that's basically an inverted yaw. So basically that's pretty much what you want to do. Is you want to go up, you want to give yourself a nice blip of the throttle. I always do a max blip on the throttle, and then before you hit your apex, which the apex is before you reach your maximum altitude, what you want to do is flip forward. And you'll notice as you do it, you'll still be going up in the air. And while you're still going up in the air, that's when you want to apply the yaw, because you'll notice you won't gain more altitude. It'll kind of level you off, and then you'll start coming back to the ground. And then that's when you want to either flip out if you're going to do a full 360 inverted yaw, Or if you're going to do a half yaw, you know, you flip, half yaw, and then roll out, and you're still going to be coming the same direction. So, and you could even do these differently to where you could even, you go, you 180 yaw, and then you flip backwards, and then you 180 yaw again, and then you could flip backwards again, and to be able to still go into the same direction that you were. So there's all different types of variations. The one that I really like to do is a juicy flick, which is a front flip, one half flip, one half roll, and then pop it to a 1/2 back flip, and then a yaw, and then a roll back out, and then you do opposite. While you're still going backwards, you do the juicy flick again. So you basically pop it up like this, and then you roll back like this, and then you could pop it back up and do another yaw, complete yaw spin, come back out. Different variations. You could basically link 2 different tricks into one to make one giant fucking trick, or one giant line. So that's usually what I try to do, is just take certain variations I know and remix them a little bit, different directions, you know, this input, that input, everything. So